Hey guys, I am live right now. Let me just get on my phone here so I can see if we have anybody on chat, because last time nothing came up on chat. So, hi guys, it's Thursday night, ready to craft. When you get on, please just say hey, hi, what you're up to, where you're from, so I can say hi to you. And then we're just going to wait a few minutes and we will get started on making some crafts. I'm just going to keep checking my phone right now to see if we get any comments. Okay, I see one from my cute daughter. Hey there, Jordini. Okay, Love Venus Love from Michigan. Hi, how are you? Thank you for being with me tonight. And we're gonna make some fun cards here in just a little bit. Like I said, we're just gonna wait a few minutes and we're gonna make sure that we get some more people, and then we're gonna get going. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Excited about making these fun cards. I was supposed to make them last week, but I had a horrible migraine and just could not get past it. Hi Gail, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, so I had a horrible migraine last week and just could not pull it together to do a live. I wasn't able to think, to make a card or anything, so I'm doing much better today, and so I am glad you guys are here. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes and we will get going. I'm going to be doing stuff with snowflakes and I am super excited about that. The inspiration is from Gina K Designs STAMPtember release. So, and then I brought in a bunch of other stuff because I love all things snowflakes. So we're just gonna make some cards. I have a ton of cards I wanna make. I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of them, but I will absolutely try, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. I think I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes and then we will get going on everything. How is it where you guys are at right now? How is your weather today? Our weather was a little bit on the chilly side. Yesterday it was a little bit chilly, so it's starting to feel like fall. So what is it like where you guys are at right now? I think up on our mountain all of the leaves are starting to change. So my husband and I are going to drive up the mountain this Saturday to actually go down to another town that's about 45 minutes away from us to go to Costco, because we live in a really small town, to go to Costco and stuff, but we're going to drive through the mountains. So hopefully we're going to see tons of beautiful fall colors. Gail says it's warm. Okay. Hi, Marcy from Northern California. Thank you for stopping by and watching. We're going to get started here in just about 1 more minute. Gail, I'm glad it's warm. Marisha, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Marcy is at 88 degrees today. Holy cow. Yeah, that's warm. Just a little bit south of us was about that warm today. Where my son lives, he lives about 45 minutes away, and it was that warm today for him, I think he said. So it is a lot hotter where he is than where we are. We drive up a mountain quite a ways to get to where we're going. Okay, I think we're going to get started. So I'm going to flip my camera around really quick. Well, not flip my camera around. Flip the view. Okay. So here we are. This is the Gina K Designs STAMPtember collaboration that I was so excited to get. I love everything snowflake. This is my most favorite thing at Christmas time is snowflakes. They are just so pretty, and I think you can do a lot of things with them. I think they can be classic in color, and then I think you can kind of get fun with the colors. So I'm going to use this. Also, I am going to be using Tim Holtz the Mica Stains, the Christmas collection of Mica Stains. And I have a fun surprise at the end today. I am going to be doing a giveaway. I actually got a couple extra. I didn't get everything, but I did get an extra of the 2 sets of mica stains as a giveaway. Now this time I'm only going to do it for US, but I will have other giveaways, you guys, and I will absolutely include international, but this one is just going to be US. So if you can hang with me to the end, we will draw a winner. I'm actually going to have my husband draw it. He will do a it's a random counter thing on, like, it's like on the computer that will pull a winner. So if you guys want to be with me, if you guys want to be eligible for that, just if you can hang with me to the end, that would be great, and I'll let you know how we're going to draw at the end. So let's get started on this fun stuff. Okay, so I did ahead of time, I did a background and some stenciling because I knew it was going to take a long time to dry. So this background I spritzed and sprayed with the Distress Oxide Sprays Cracked Pistachio and Salvaged Patina. Then I came in with the Distress Mica Stain in Snow Flurries, which is absolutely gorgeous. That is this center part right here, and I'm going to see if I can shine it and where you guys can kind of see a little bit. And then these outside edges are the Cracked Pistachio and Salvaged Patina. Then I came in with the Frosted Juniper, and these darker dots here, I just spritzed those and did not add any water to it, and we've got these beautiful blue big kind of chunks of this Frosted Juniper color. So it turned out really, really pretty. Then I came in with the Snowfall Grit Paste, and sorry about my bird, you guys, she's so loud. And Lawn Fawn's new, what one is this called? Hold on. Oh, it's the Snowflake background stencil. There's 2 stencils. I used this top one, and you guys can see here with this Grit Paste Snowfall. It has some glitter in it, it looks like, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's clear. So I think this was really pretty for this background. So I did this ahead of time because I just knew it was going to take forever to dry. So we will get to that in just a second, but let's create some backgrounds with any of these mica stains. So have you guys used any of these mica stains at all? And if you have, what do you think about that? Sorry, I'm dropping things here. And I'm going to start spraying. That is messy. While you guys let me know. Marcy says, I just got some grit paste. It is a lot of fun. I actually am using some regular grit paste on a Halloween card from the Simon Says Stamp Halloween card kit. So I'll make a video on that, and it's turning out pretty cute. Okay, so I've got my piece of white cardstock in here, and there is the Peppermint Stick and Winterberry, and these 2 are really pretty. Now I know Tim Holtz says don't shake it like this, but I'm really impatient to shake it this way, so I'm gonna shake it like this, and then I'm gonna dry off the top of my thing with a rag. But you want to make sure all the mica that's on the bottom is off of the bottom. So that's where I'm at here. Okay, so I'm going to make a red background because I think that would be really pretty with a white embossed some of these snowflakes from Gina K. What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think about that. And I want to get these backgrounds done so they can kind of dry a little bit. I'm hoping that they'll dry so we can do some embossing. Part of me is tempted to do the embossing with clear embossing powder first and then spray this, but we're just gonna live on the edge. Marcy says, I haven't tried any of his sprays yet, but love seeing them used. Yes, they are pretty fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna actually come in with this Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide Spray, and I'm gonna spray the background first. Then I'm gonna come in with those 2 mica stains because you're really not gonna see a whole lot of this, but I think it's gonna make it really pretty. So I'm going to spray this, and then I'm also going to spray some water on it to get it some movement. And then I'm going to put on my heat tool to kind of dry things out. Hi, Donna. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Okay, so I'm going to spray this. I'm going to kind of be pretty liberal with it, and then a little bit of water, and then I'm going to turn on my heat tool, and I'm sorry if it's loud, and I will talk over it. And I almost, you know what, hold on. I'm going to put a paper towel down because when I was spraying earlier, I'm getting some of that color on this, and nobody needs that. That little bit right there, but I'm not going to stress about it. Donna says hello, her chat isn't working. Oh no, Donna. Okay, well I see her once on there. Okay, so we're gonna dry this. I love this color. I think it's so, so pretty. I love these new colors. And I think Tim Holtz is coming out with a new color of Distress inks this Saturday, actually. I think it's this Saturday, which is pretty fun. Okay, so I have a little bit that I'm going to dab off down here. I'm not going to worry. I love this stuff because you can't mess it up, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to come in with the Winter Berry, and this is more of a pink, and the peppermint stick is really red and super, super pretty. Okay, Donna says it's working now. Yay, Donna, I'm so glad. Okay, let me wipe this off so I don't get it all over. All right, so I'm just gonna spray that on, and I don't know if you guys can see how pretty that is. I'm gonna do a little bit of water just again so it kind of moves, and then I'm gonna spray that. I am absolutely 100% not an expert on this at all. I am just gonna have fun playing because this stuff is so much fun. Like I said, hopefully it's gonna dry really good. So what I'm noticing here where I sprayed that Winter Berry is where you can see that the mica in there, that beautiful shimmery. And we're here where I don't have it, where I just have the Kitsch Flamingo, it is not shimmery, which I think is really a lot of fun. All right, let me dab this off just because I don't want to spend forever drying it. That is already really, really, really pretty. Can you guys see? Let's see. Oh, there you guys can see it in the light a little. Okay, let's come in with the peppermint stick. Let me shake that up a little bit more. Okay. Let me just wipe that off. And I'm going to spray this down here. And this is so red and pretty. Isn't that crazy looking? A little bit of water. And then the heat tool. That is such a red. It is so, so pretty. Okay, so for the people that have joined in, I was saying that I am going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this live, and I'm giving away the 6 winter line from the Distress Mica Stains from Tim Holtz. So hopefully you guys can stay. It is for US only this time, so if there's anybody watching that is international, I am so sorry, but I promise you I will have another giveaway that is for international as well. Okay, I like that red, but I think I want to add some more of this Winter Berry down here to almost kind of break up some of that. That is really super pretty. And some more water to move that around. Thank you, Gail. I'm so glad you love the colors. I think this is going to be really pretty. And then we're going to do, I think white snowflakes on this would be super pretty. So now you can see when I added that water, it kind of dispersed a lot of the concentrated dots. And I think that that's really, really pretty. I'm gonna just flip that around. And I really like having that kitsch flamingo in the background, because then you have like this pink and red thing kind of going on. And I love it. Okay, I think that's good. I think I'm gonna leave that. It's just kind of, and I'm sorry my light is so kind of harsh, but hopefully you can kind of see how pretty that is. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside to dry. Now there's also the really pretty greens. Let me grab another paper towel. Hi Eva, thank you so much for joining. Love how the colors blend together. Yes, me too. I think it turned out great. So definitely comment if you guys want to be entered into the drawing for sure. My husband is going to be helping me out with that at the end. Oops, I need that. Okay, so here is the Tree Lot and Holly Branch mica stains. Now I haven't used these. I did play around with the other colors. Hi Yvonne, thank you for stopping by and watching. I haven't played around with these, but let's do so because they look pretty gorgeous here. And if we get to them, we get to them. I'm just going to make a few backgrounds, and then we will get going on throwing these cards together. I don't want to take 1,000 years on the live, but I do want to make some of these cards. Sorry, I have, my dog was in here, so I have dog hair on my desk. So how is everybody doing tonight? Okay. Okay, I'm also going to come in with the Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide Spray, and I'm going to spray that on here a little bit and get some movement. And I'm going to try spraying this differently. I'm going to spray it kind of at the same time and see what happens if I can get my lid off. Okay, so here is the Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide Spray, and then let's come in with the Holly Branch Mica Spray. Ooh, that is gorgeous. And I'm going to add a little bit of water. Doing great. Oh, Marisha, I'm so glad you're doing good. I'm glad it's Thursday. At the same time, I cannot believe it's Thursday. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, yeah, I think you can see on camera. Look at how pretty that mica spray is. This is the Holly Branch. I think that might be my favorite. Even though I haven't sprayed the other yet, we will see. And I like that it mixed with that Rustic Wilderness. I think that is pretty fantastic. I think this is a funny time of year for card makers, because we are mixing seriously like fall, Halloween, and Christmas stuff all at the same time. And I think it's kind of funny and odd. Look at how pretty that is. Can you guys see that mica right there? That is stunning. Marcy says, I can't believe it's already October. No kidding. Love Venus Love says, doing fantastic. Love the Holly Branch. Yes, that's gorgeous. The week did go by quick, Marisha. I agree with you. Yeah, this has flown by. I know. I feel like it was just September 1st, like no joke. I was like, ooh, pumpkin something. And all of a sudden now it's October 1st tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to come back in with the Rustic Wilderness. Again, I'm going to spray right here. But now I'm going to come in with the Tree Lot. See, this is, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm hoping it's going to be pretty. Let's see. So that's kind of the same. But I love how that is mixing together. I almost think I'm not going to add water to this. Let's see what happens. Let's see how pretty this turns out. I love shimmery things. I love that those two mixed. So it kind of just almost looks like it's one color without adding the water. Let me see, let's lift this up and look. So you guys can see the difference, but it's so pretty. Those two mixed together would just be, as a solid background, would be absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna come in now. I'm gonna add I'm going to come in with the holly branch, and I'm just going to kind of let it kind of do this, like the bigger drops. I kind of like that. Oops. And then I'm going to spray that. Marcy says, I love all things that shimmer and shine. Me too. Yvonne says, I love the sprays. Yes. Oh, Eva says she thinks that the greens are her favorite so far. They are pretty gorgeous, I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty stunning. This is quite a deep, deep color. And I'm really, really in love with that holly branch. I almost think because it looks like it almost has gold to it. And I love everything gold. Okay, so I'm not going to stress over these little pieces that aren't dry. I'm just going to kind of blot those off. And I love this background so much, but I am going to add some little dots of water. But that is so, so pretty. Actually, I'm not going to add dots of water because I love it too much. And then I'll think I have ruined it. I'm not using watercolor paper, Yvonne. I'm just using some regular old white cardstock. So now you could add water droplets to this and then kind of dab them, and it's going to move that mica around. But I just think this is so stunning that I just don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside to dry with the other one, and we will work on those in just a little bit. Holly branch rock. Yeah, yes it does, Gail. Yes it does. Okay. So let's go back to this one. If you guys weren't here, this is the one I did off camera because I wanted it to dry. And I used, again, I'm going to go over it really quick, the Snow Flurries and Frosted Juniper Mica Stains. And then I used that with Cracked Pistachio and Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide sprays. And then I came in with, oh, where'd it go? Oh, this Grit Paste Snowfall using Lawn Fawn's new snowflake background stencil. So that's this background. I am going to trim it down just a little bit. I have some word dies that I want to use. I think, you know what, I'm not going to trim this down super small, that I think would be good with this. I also die cut some other snowflakes, some Tim Holtz snowflakes from some Lawn Fawn holographic paper. That could be really pretty with this. So I love that. I think that is really, really pretty. Okay, so I have these snowflakes here, and I die cut these from the holographic cardstock from Lawn Fawn. It comes in a pack that has like multiple different designs of the holographic, and I've had this for a while and just remembered that I had it because I thought that would be really, really pretty with this card. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should go this route and then throw in like a gold sentiment? Let's see. These sentiments are from Tailored Expressions, and what I love about them is that you stamp this whole it's like a big stamp that has all their sentiments, and I should have got it out to show you guys. And then there's a coordinating die that goes with it. But this was the kind, like the reverse sentiments, and it has the toner on it, and I foiled it with my Mink machine. So I was kind of thinking this card with these and like a gold sentiment. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Okay, yes, everyone's saying yes for these snowflakes. Now what do you think about these gold sentiments? Because this is kind of shimmery and bright too. I kind of like the all is calm, all is bright. Go with it, Donna says. Okay, let's go with it. So I trimmed that down. I do have a white card base, and I love to have kind of a matte. So let me pull this out of the way here. I like having a matte around it. I could trim this smaller and add a silver matte to go with this. What do you guys think about that? Yes or no to the silver matte? And I will trim this down a little bit smaller. So I'm going to wait for you guys to answer yes or no to the silver matte. Okay, so Yvonne says, do a good matte. Does that mean yes for the silver matte? Are we gonna go with that? A gold matte. Ooh, we could do a gold matte. I kind of like that. Let's do it. Okay, let me just grab my gold mirror cardstock really quick. And let me trim that. Oh, I have a piece. Here we go. Okay, Donna says yes, silver. And let me trim this down just a little bit more, you guys. Sorry about that. But I like that it's interactive. I like that you guys are helping me. I think that is fantastic. Go this way. Okay, Marisha says gold. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with gold because, I don't know, gold is my, I'm gonna say signature color. Does that even make sense? Okay. Gold to tie in the sentiment. Yep, gold to tie in the sentiment. I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna go half on this. The one thing I hate about mirror cardstock though is that, I don't know why I'm trimming it this way. That doesn't make any sense. Is number one, you get fingerprints all over it. And number two, you see your face in it. It's horrible. Especially when you're making videos and you haven't brushed your hair that day. Then it's absolutely horrible. And remember, one of my cute friends said, hey, I saw your face in your gold mirror cardstock. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is horrible. Okay, so I'm going to matte this on here. Let me see if I can get myself together and straight. I will say this, what is this again? Oh, this is the Snowflake Grit Paste. That is holding up well. Ooh, that is beautiful, you guys. Lovely, lovely. Thank you, thank you. I love making cards like this. Again, I'm sorry about my bird. She's excited. I love making cards like this because I feel like you can make a ton of them and not a long time. Nakia, did I pronounce your name right? You did not miss me. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. Okay, that's in place. You know, I would love to pop this up on film. Scratch, that's loud. I almost think that no. Okay. I don't want to cover up that big snowflake, but then you're going to cover up this big snowflake. So, oh well, we'll figure it out. Thank you, Marcy. I think I have to do it this way. For some reason, that other way is bugging me. And I'm not sure why. Do you guys ever get like that when you're doing a layout? Like it just has to be a certain way and there's like no actual reason for it. I think forever with placements, Marcy says, I'll have to try the grit paste. I'm new to card making. Love, Venus, love. Well, definitely try it. And that's exciting that you're new to card making. Welcome. It is way too much fun. So I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue because we do have that grit paste down. And I really don't think anything else is going to hold it in place unless you did like score tape, but that doesn't make sense behind this. So I'm just going to push that down. And I don't care that it's hanging off. If you don't like that, you could just trim it. But I would honestly rather put this in a larger envelope. Hold on. And send it that way. Sometimes I like when things hang off the edge and other times I will trim it, but right now I'm going to leave it hanging off the edge. Okay. Oops. Don't do that. I love this background with these mica stains. I think they're so, so pretty. Okay, so sentiments. I'm going to pop this up with foam tape because, oh, I love how that looks. Because I'm a girl that likes dimension on my cards. Even if I try to do a one layer card, it was really difficult for me to not have the sentiment like popped up. Do you guys have any funny things like that about yourself? I don't know. I don't know what my deal is, but that is just kind of how I am. Okay. Oops. And if you don't have something like this kind of sentiment, you could just do a gold embossed sentiment, and that would be just as beautiful. Now, I do feel like I want to put a gold something in the center of these snowflakes, though. So these are Studio Katya's gold foil pearls. Let me lay that out. What do we think? I don't know. No, I don't know. Yay, nay. Oh, I kind of like it. Marcy says she's more apt to add dimension to her sentiments than not. Yeah, I feel ya. I don't do much dimension on my cards, Yvonne says. I just love it. I don't know what it is, but I just kind of have to. I think the fun thing about these kind of cards is the backgrounds, just like when you're doing like alcohol inked backgrounds. It's really kind of all about the background, which I think is really a lot of fun. And we will get to Gina K's snowflakes here in just a minute. I'm so sorry. I kind of said we're going to use that, and then I haven't used it yet. Okay, let me make sure my sentiment is straight and pushed down. Okay, I like that one. What do you guys think? I think that turned out like a ton of fun. And I love all the colors on this one. Okay, first card down. Yay, we're good. All right. And like I said, that was, this was Tim Holtz, these little snowflakes that I used on that, which I think they're really kind of a lot of fun. All right, let me put that out of the way. Okay, so what I was thinking about doing for the next one is coming in with peacock feathers and salvaged patina, using an embossing folder from Tailored Expressions, and then coming in with one of these, probably this guy right here, and having this be the centerpiece for the card. But I wanted to do some ink blending, so I'm going to do that first actually on a card panel, and then I'm going to run that through the die cut machine. Do you guys use embossing folders much? Gonna make this card. Thanks for inspiration. You're so welcome, Gail. Thank you. So yeah, do you guys use embossing folders? And if you do you like them? Let me grab my little blending tool really quick. Gail says yes. Yvonne says love embossing folders. I have to force myself to use them because I forget, and they are so wonderful, and I don't know what my problem is. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top with peacock feathers, and I'm going to do, of course, the ombre, and I'm going to leave the bottom kind of white. Actually, is where I'm going with my vision on this card. Then I want to do, oh, see, now I got to think about it. What color snowflake? I think I'm going to just do white on white, like white on a white card. Eva says recently started using them more. Love that they add. Love how they add to the card. Gail says adds more dimension. It does. And have you guys tried any of the new 3D embossing folders? Those things are pretty fantastic. I've been doing some blog hops with Altenew, and they sent me some of the 3D embossing folders. I about died. They are so gorgeous. Marisha says, recently started using the embossing folders more. I only have 5. You know, the reality is I don't think you need a ton. If I'm being honest, I think if you find some real good ones that that are kind of universal, I think you can get away with not having a ton of them. One of my favorites that I have used is from Spellbinders, and these are almost the same color, you guys. This is not giving me as much variation as I thought. One of them that I use from Spellbinders is, It's like a sweater. It almost looks like a knit sweater, and I love that one for the background for anything winter. I think it is so much fun. You know what? I'm going to get a darker color because honestly, when you blend those two, they look the same. Let me grab something a little bit darker. Sorry, guys. Where is it? I'm going to grab Mermaid Lagoon and go a little bit darker at the top. 3D folders are the bomb, Yvonne says. Yes, they are. It is. I just didn't even know. I did not know they could look that cool. Okay. Scratch. Shh, that's loud. I'm going to come in with a little bit of Mermaid Lagoon at the top. And I am cleaning my brush in between. I have a dirty rag that I dump my ink off on. So I'm going to do this. We're going to ink blend this. And I'm not super stressed about getting like a super clean blend, because I think when you run it through the embossing, with the embossing folder, I think you just kind of don't notice so much on the lines. Okay. Let me just wipe this up real quick, and then we're going to run that through the machine. So is everyone heartbroken that STAMPtember is over? I'm so sad, even though I bought a few things. I didn't buy a ton of things, but it was just fun to look forward to every single night. And so I'm like, I even said to my family, what am I going to do tonight? So Marisha says, it took me a while to figure out the sandwich for my big shot. Yeah, I think it does take a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. I have the Spellbinders Platinum 6. And I've got the very bottom base, and then I have my embossing plate, and I just sandwich it like this. And then I'm just going to run that through. Oops. I would think that I have such a big muscle, but I don't. Marcy says, I had Alexa remind me every night at 8:55 Pacific time. That's genius. Ooh, see, I love how that turns out. That is so, so pretty. Ooh, fun. Okay. Let me put that aside. This is Tailored Expressions Winter Flurry embossing folder. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for just a second. Now, we have this. This is the Gina K stamp set. And what I want to do is I want to have a red sentiment with this. So we could do a white on white snowflake, or we could do a gold. When I say white on white, like white embossing powder on white cardstock. Or we could do a gold snowflake with a red sentiment. What do you guys think? While I'm getting this out, tell me what you think about that. I'm gonna get this prepped in my Misty. I'm really leaning to the white on white, if I'm being honest, because I think that would be pretty, and then the red sentiment would pop against that blue background. I kind of want to, I think that's maybe what I'll do. What do you guys think? Now this does have the coordinating dies, or I don't know if you could buy it separately. I did get the ones with coordinating dies because I am definitely not going to try to cut these out by hand, because that is just not who I am. That would drive me insane. What I think is really fun about this stamp set though is that you can stamp this sentiment inside. White on white. Okay, okay. We've got people saying white on white. Yes. So I could stamp the sentiment inside of here in red, or I also have red sentiments, and we'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to get this in here. Something I like to do when I'm going to emboss is I put turn on my heat tool. I put it in my lap weirdly, and I turn it on to get ready so it's nice and hot. when it's time to melt my embossing powder. And then it warps your paper way less. All right. So I'm going to prep it with my powder tool. Because I don't want anything sticking. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with my Versamark. I'm going to kind of rub this first so my ink will stick. Really try to get a good impression. And then of course I use my rag to kind of slide across. I need to get one of those little tools that people are getting. I know that Tailored Expressions has one, and I need to get one that kind of pushes down on your MISTI so you get a good image. So right now I just use my inked up rag. I'm going to do this one more time because I really want to make sure I get a good image. And I think we've got it. I'm just bringing my scratch paper here. I'm going to leave that in place on my MISTI. I'm not going to take that off. And oh, that is so pretty. Man, Gina K makes some beautiful, intricate snowflakes. As soon as I saw that her stamp set was a snowflake for STAMPtember, I knew I had to get all over it. All right. That is so, so pretty. And I think with that red sentiment, it's really just gonna pop. I feel like this end over here did not get enough embossing powder. Sorry, let me get this one more time. I've had this heat embossing gun for like a bajillion years. I mean, like forever. Gail says the tool makes it very crisp and great investment. Yes, that's what I've heard. So I need to get on the bandwagon. That is so pretty. I love that white on white. It's really delicate. Can you guys see? Okay, hold on. There we go. That is gorgeous. All right, so I'm gonna pop this back in here. That still did warp my paper pretty good, but now we've got the sentiment that we're gonna put inside. Now I can remove my stamp because I am done. And I'm gonna do the Merry Christmas because I love Merry Christmas. And hopefully I'm gonna get this lined up exactly where I need it to get lined up. If it would quit sticking to my fingers. Let me move that right there. Okay. I think we're straight. No, I think we're a little bit crooked. Oh yeah, we're crooked. Thank goodness for these the lines on your MISTI, because holy cow. But see, now I feel like that looks crooked, and it looks way crooked than it. Let me start over. Sorry, guys. I feel like maybe I'm crooked. And if my head is in the way, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to peek down for just a second. I'm gonna hope, I'm gonna cross my fingers that I lined that up good. Okay, we're gonna go with it. Okay, I'm gonna use Lawn Fawn's Lobster ink because I really like this red ink. I think it is so super pretty. Why does that still look so crooked to me, guys? Hold on, sorry, I have to check one more time. See, I feel like that is crooked. Fingers crossed that it's straight. All right, here we go. Oh, that is so pretty. I love this so much. And I'm being really careful when I stamp that down because, number one, that's a really thin sentiment. And if you put too much pressure, in my experience, and I'm sure you guys have been through this, put too much pressure on your sentiment and then it like smushes down and makes it not very cute. Okay, I'm gonna move that aside. Let me make sure I don't have any ink on my fingers. Let's get the coordinating die out and die cut this. Owie. And that is this big one here. Sorry, I should have had this snipped ahead of time, but I did not. Okay, so while I'm doing this, is anyone found any good shows? My husband and I have been watching the OA on Netflix. Wrong one. And it's just like 2 seasons. They call it parts. It's 2 parts, and I don't know. Have you guys seen that one? It is pretty interesting. We are in the 2nd part right now. And I don't want to give it away if anyone has not seen it, but it is quite interesting. We've really enjoyed that. Have you guys been watching anything super interesting? Do you have time to watch anything super interesting? I know everyone is so busy. It is on Netflix. Yes, Marisha. Clickbait. Okay. We were just seeing something. We just saw the previews about that. And it's good. And we're gonna have to put that on our list. Okay, I'm taping this down in tons of spots because I really don't want this to shift on me. I think I would cry. All right, I'm gonna run this through real quick. We also watched, Marcy says she has Clickbait on her watch list. We're gonna have to do that. We did also watch one called Dark, and it's German based, and so they dubbed over, but I mean, I think you could have the subtitles, and it was so good. We still think about it. It was a limited season, so it was 3, and it was so good. And we finished it a few months ago, and literally we still think about it and talk about it. Oh, I love how that looks. That is super pretty. Okay, so I'm going to trim this panel down just like I did the other one. Do you guys think we need to have a different color mat other than just the white card panel? Tell me what you think. Everyone is loving Clickbait. It seems like that is the show to watch. Get a card panel. Okay, so this is what it would look like. Is that too much white? Sorry, let's see. I love it with that pop of red. But what do we think about just a white frame? Like, I kind of like it. Marisha says I'm about to pull out my Snowflake stamps dies and all of my supplies. I love Snowflakes everything. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it. All right, let me get this. Let's adhere this down. We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good on time here, I think, as far as the cards go. All right. Get that centered. Okay, I'm going to pop this up with some foam tape. again, because, you know, I like it. And I may, if I have some red sequins, I may have to bring that in to add a little bit more red to this. Chicago Fire is good. It's 7 seasons. Oh, really? That's on Hulu. We've been into just weird, darker stuff. I don't even understand, like just off the wall kind of odd stuff, and I'm not even sure why. And the fact that my husband and I are on the same page as far as that goes is weird. Not that we're not on the same page for other things, but it's just odd that we're both like into some weird shows. Okay, let me look really quick if I have any red sequins. I do have red hearts. Let me see. I have a few there. Okay, I can kind of pick and piece some. Oh, I know what I could do that would be even better. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Feeling inspired. I'm going to grab some Nuvo drops. And I'm going to put that on some of these snowflakes in the background. Okay, so Ted Lasso is fabulous on Apple. I've never even heard of that. Murder in the Building is good on Hulu. Murder in the Building is so fun to watch. Okay. Hopefully, I think my husband's paying attention. Hey, babe, write these down. Okay, so I'm using, what is this? Autumn Red Crystal Drops. And I'm going to add some centers. No, actually, I'm going to go with these dots that we have back here. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with the centers. I'll get it together, guys. Ooh, I like that. That's going to bring more of that red, which I think is a lot of fun. You guys are so awesome with all of your TV show ideas. Because some of these series go so quick. We did just watch Altered Carbon, but there was only 2 series and it wasn't like it was limited. That was pretty interesting, I will say. The idea of that show. Have any of you guys seen Altered Carbon? It had Anthony Mackie in the 2nd season, even though they play the same characters, which I thought was pretty interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I like that. What do you guys think with that red? Although I feel like it's weird and naked up here, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. So I'm going to leave it. Creative juices flow. Go for it, Joy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. This one is done. I mean, think about how simple this card is. You guys could just, anyone could make a ton of these for their Christmas cards. Okay, that one's done. Let me see if these other backgrounds are dry enough yet. No, I'm going to give that a second. Okay, let's make one more card and then we'll get back to those and then we'll be done. Okay, so I have, oops, sorry, big mess. You needed to repeat the red, yes, looks good. On my list to watch, Altered Carbon. It's, like I said, it's only 2 seasons, but it's kind of okay that it is because it almost starts over with same characters but different actors. It's very interesting. Okay, so this is the new Let It Shine Snowflakes cardstock from Lawn Fawn, and it's got the silver foil, and it's gorgeous, and it's snowflakey, which, hello, what have we been doing here? So I have this, and I thought it could be a lot of fun. All right, let me do this before I lose them. I think it would be a lot of fun to do a big word sentiment So I have the word joy here that I can die cut from any color cardstock. And I thought it would be fun to add this fun pink mirror cardstock snowflake as the O to the center of the joy. I do like to do that, and I think it's fun to kind of bring in a fun, funky color like this fun pink. So instead of the O, it would be like this. So what do you guys think as far as the background? I'll tell you what I'm leaning towards, but I want you guys to decide. I am leaning towards this beautiful this because this is my most favorite color. But we are doing a lot of blue, so I think another option that would be really, really pretty is either this gray, die cut this out of white cardstock. So the gray with the silver background, or the white and silver background with white. So what do we think? Oh, hi Sally. I'm so glad you found the live. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so Yvonne likes the gray. I kind of like the gray too. I think it kind of makes that pink pop. Oh my goodness, I'm addicted to the pretty pattern paper. Yes, me too, Marisha. Oh my gosh. Marcy, I like the contrast with the red and blue. Me too. I think the red and blue is so, so pretty. Okay, Gail says gray. Donna says gray. Okay, let's go with gray. So let me cut this out. Cut this out. Let me pull this out. That doesn't even make sense. And then I'm going to die cut just from regular white cardstock from the other two sentiments because we want it to be about the snowflakes, of course. Let me trim up some more pattern paper here. So again, for any of you that have joined just recently, I am doing a drawing at the end if you can stay with me. For US only this time, again, it will be, I will do one for international. I promise, I promise, I promise. So at the end, we will do a drawing, and the drawing is for, I got the Tim Holtz, the Christmas Mica Stains, there's 6 of them total. And I'm going to give those away because you guys are so awesome and I appreciate you so, so very much. Okay, so this is Simon Says Stamp Big Joy. And I think it is pretty, pretty fun. I'm actually going to do this a couple times because when it's big sentiments like this, I mean, even small ones too, but I really love die cutting them a few times and then gluing them together because I love that dimension. If you don't want to do that, you could also just add some foam tape behind your sentiment to give that dimension. I think I'm about ready to crack up. Marcy says, I wish I had a die that spelled my name like you do, Joy. Right? Aren't I lucky? Growing up, I could not stand my name. I am named after my grandma. And of course it was Grandma Joy. And now I'm a grandma, even though I don't call myself Grandma Joy, but I am, which is really funny. I think my husband said that to me. I think he said, you're a Grandma Joy. But anyways, I did not love my name growing up. I'm like, what a stupid name. All my friends had nicknames. I'm like, what are you going to call me? What are you going to call me for short? Joe, Jay? I mean, like, how does that work? But I have learned to embrace my name. Now I love it. I love your name, Marisha. Thank you. Yeah, I like it now, but yeah, as a kid, no. It sounded like an old lady's name. And my son is hilarious. My oldest son calls me Joyce all the time because that's just what he calls me. I'm not sure why. Because he's quite special. Okay, so I'm going to glue these together. Actually, use some liquid glue. And this is going to give us some dimension behind the sentiment. But like I said, you could add some foam tape behind it. But I like this for another reason too, because it's like this solid piece all the way through this way. So you could add even more than 3 pieces. I think my standard is 3 for the most part. Something that is also really pretty if you did a ton of these and if you did them in different colors and you could see from the side, then that is really, really pretty. Okay. My first name is named after my grandma. Oh, see, everyone else thinks that's sweet until it's you and you're named after your grandma. You're kind of like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Embrace the joy. I am named after a panda. That's actually cute, though. That's actually really cute. Okay, let me finish gluing this really quick. Then we're going to trim up this background. Okay. I love how quick these cards are. These are so fabulous. And I get to craft with you guys, which is really a ton of fun. And did I trim that down right? I did. And then I have a ton of Christmas cards. Although my mother-in-law will probably want them. As cute as she is. Okay. So we can do it like this. Oh, we're going to do it like this. This makes more sense. All right, so we're going to lay this out. And this is what's going to be the center. And I love, oh my gosh, I love this on the gray. I love that this is non-traditional Christmas colors. Sally says, my name was after a loaf of bread. Has anyone heard of Sally Lund bread? I have not, Sally. That is really funny, though. That's cracking me up. Not in a bad way. That's just funny. Okay, I'm going to trim this down a little bit more because I just want more of that white background to show. That is hilarious, Sally. Yes, this pink is so, I love it. Okay, I like that much going on. All right, let's adhere this down. I think this pink is so much fun. This cardstock is from Cardstock Warehouse. I'm going to gush on them for a minute because they have fabulous cardstock. And I've been on their design team, I think now going on 2 years. I think year and a half, 2 years. And yeah, I have 2 huge boxes. I just got my order, and their cardstock is absolutely gorgeous. They have tons of mirror cardstock and glitter cardstock, and it is just stunning. I kind of want that. It's not going to pop up. Okay, talking to myself, sorry. Cardstock Warehouse noted, yes, they are fabulous. I was named after an actress my mother liked, Gail Storm, a really old actress. Aww. My mother's middle name is Gail. My mother's middle name is Gail. I'm named after a planet. Oh, well, yeah, that would make sense. My mom said she knew I would be out of this world. Well, aren't you awesome? Isn't that interesting? My daughter, okay, so I have 2 boys and a girl. My girl is sandwiched between the boys. When I was pregnant with my first son, I was real young, and they did the ultrasound and said that he was a girl. And I was going to name him Ashley Lynn because that was what was popular back then. And my dad said, what if it's a boy? And I was like, it's not going to be a boy. And he was like, well, how about we name him Joseph? And I was like, all right. And then he was a boy. So we have a Joseph. And I'm a Joy. My husband's a JR. So then the rest of the family have to be J's. It's really quite disgusting, but that's just how we roll. My daughter's name is Jordan, and I spell it Jordyn. But I named her after my cousin because I'm an only child. And so my cousin Jordan, who's a boy, was the cutest thing I had ever seen in my entire life. And I used to go and stay the night at my aunt's house and hang out with him. And I think I was like 8 years old or something when he was born. And I just absolutely adored him. And so I was like, hey, well, if I have a girl, I'm going to have to name her Jordan. Isn't that so funny? Oh, he was just the cutest thing I'd ever seen. Okay, that is so, so cute. Now, I could add another sentiment, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to leave it how it is. But I do want to add a jewel to the center of that card. And I've got some pretty ones here from Spellbinders. Okay, let's see. Warehouse. Okay, embarrassed to tell my name origin. I was named after a stripper friend of my parents, Marcy. Don't be embarrassed. Marcy's a great name. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that makes me laugh so hard. You guys are so awesome sharing everything like this. Okay, this is the silver mix from Spellbinders. And I'm going to add one of these big guys right to the center because it just needs some bling. These are stickers, but I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind it because I don't want it to fall off. And then, oh my gosh, what do you guys think? Marcy says, could they lie and say I was named after Marcy and Peanuts? You could say that. You could pretend they didn't tell you that, right? Marcy, that's so funny. My face, Marisha says my face hurts. I'm laughing so hard. You guys are hilarious. Okay, here's another one down. I love this card. And this is so easy, especially with that beautiful pattern paper from Lawn Fawn. Okay, let's get to these backgrounds before it's too late because it's already been an hour. But I think this green one is still kind of wet, which I'm not super thrilled about. Let me just see if I can dab it off because I know that the embossing powder, you know what, we're gonna do it different. I'm not gonna try to emboss it directly on here like my plan was because I think it's gonna stick. So let's do the embossing. So I'm gonna do that green one first because I am loving that green background. And I think you guys were loving that green background too. But I'm gonna do some gold snowflakes, the Gina K snowflakes. Where did I put the stamp set? Oh. Okay, and I'm gonna do these guys right here. Scratch, you're funny. Gail, I'm so glad you're having a good time tonight. I'm having a fabulous time. You guys are so much fun. Okay. You know what? Let's do this big one too, but I might do the sentiment a little bit differently. So I just have that ginormous piece of cardstock in here. Let's see if I can get it to fit. So I'm going to do all three of these, but I think I will be ending up cutting some of these off, but that's okay. All right, let's prep this paper. I'm not even going to mess around. We're just going to dump it out. Scratch, honey, that's so loud. All right. Ooh, let's turn on the heat tool and get to making some gold. Some gold snowflakes. This is going to be gorgeous when we're done. Thank you guys so much for crafting with me. I just appreciate it. This is so much fun. So I'm just using the Versamark ink again, obviously. You guys know what's up. Okay, so I made something super yummy for dinner tonight. Yes, Venus, this is weekly. That's my plan every Thursday. Last Thursday I didn't because I had a horrible migraine and could not get my life together enough to make cards. It was awful. So yes, every Thursday. So anyway, so I made this really yummy, I'm gonna do this one more time. Braised, oh, what was it? Braised, what is it? Oh, short ribs. Braised short ribs for dinner. I made it actually on Sunday and put it in the fridge for this week, and it was some of the most delicious stuff I've ever eaten in my entire life. It turned out so good. Yvonne was named after her grandpa. His name was Vaughn. Oh, but that's cute. Yes, I am better. Thank you. Thank you, Sally. Yes, put that on your calendar. Okay, great. I'm so glad you guys are going to join me on Thursdays. Okay. Yes, if for any reason I'm not there, for whatever reason, I will be on the next Thursday. Okay, I've got some Lawn Fawn gold embossing powder. Hopefully I got some good images here stamped. Oh, those are so gorgeous. Like I said before, I love Gina K. Her snowflakes are just so stunning. They're so intricate. Okay. The lid on there. Get this all melted. I love gold anything, and watching gold embossing powder to melting is like, makes me so happy. I think this will be our last card. I'm not going to do the red one, but I think I'll probably do something similar like I am with the green, just because it's already been an hour and 11 minutes, and the truth is time does fly when you're having so much fun. You guys are so much fun to craft with. Okay. I'll let that cool down. Let me get if you guys could see my desk right now, it is a joke. I have literally, where you guys can see is how much workspace I actually have. Okay. All right. I love a die cut because I am not the girl who wants to fussy cut anything. I do not have the patience for that at all. All right, let's get these taped in place, run these through. I really am liking how simple these cards are, or simple to put together. Hold on, I feel like that was wrong. Why do I feel like that's wrong? It probably isn't. I'm sure it's just me. This is a little bit thinner cardstock, so I think it warps a little bit easier when you are heat embossing. All right. Let's get this in place. Oh my gosh, hopefully that doesn't cut off the edge there. Last one. They are gorgeous. Sally says her desk is like that all the time. I normally try to clean up in between. No joke. I've been really busy, but really lazy. So I'll come in, and when I come in the next day to get some work done, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, do I clean it up the day before? I used to be so good about that because I wanted to come in and see my pretty desk. That is not reality now. My desk is a joke. Okay, let's get these through the die cut machine here. Did that cut all the way through? Let me run this other one through one more time, and we will. I think this gold against those greens is going to be so yummy looking. Okay, hi Anne, thank you for stopping by. This stamp set is the Gina K STAMPtember exclusive limited edition. But obviously this can work with any, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous, with any snowflake stamp set. Those are so pretty. When they're die cut out, that is gorgeous. This is why I would not want to fussy cut this out. That would be a complete nightmare to me. I would just be like, hey, well, I guess I'm not getting that. Look at how pretty that's going to be with the green. Oh, I love this so much. That's so pretty. So some of these are going to get cut off, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So I have those sentiments I showed you, that we used on one of the other cards that was the foiled ones. And then I have these here. I have the red. I don't know, maybe we could throw a red one in here. And we could literally just pop it over like that. Or we could do a white. So what do we think? Red sentiment or white? I have, okay, let's see. Yes, Gina K, STAMPtember. Yvonne says, I have 2 new kitties. Whatever I leave out gets chewed on, thrown onto the floor, and batted around. Oh, cute kitties. Or we could do that. So what do you guys think? The red or the white and gold? What do you guys think? The white? Okay, let's do it. All right, I am going to trim this down, and I do want to add a gold mat behind this because I think that would be really pretty. So now if you let this dry overnight, you could, see how this is still wet. You could, yeah, look, it's all over my fingers. Then you could do the white heat embossing or gold heat embossing directly to the background, but we just don't have time for that. So die cutting them out obviously is perfect, but that would be pretty too. Okay. So sorry to wipe my hands off. So here's the gold mat. That's going to be gorgeous. Let me trim this down just ever so slightly. My bird's very excited that I'm talking. She thinks I'm on the phone, so she's very loud. All right, let's add some adhesive to that. This is going to be a really thin gold mat, and then it's going to be on a really thin white mat, which is the the card panel, the white card panel. I am just in love with this green. It is so, so gorgeous. All right, let's get this on a card panel. I felt like having a little bit of white will kind of add in the white from the snowflakes. I mean, and it's very, very little white, but I kind of like that. Okay, there we go. Let's add, okay, let's see what gold makes it for sure. I stocked up on gold mirror cardstock so I don't run out making holiday cards. I love gold mirror cardstock. It is just so, so pretty. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. So these are gonna get cut off, but that is okay with me. So I'm gonna, where did I put my, foam tape? Oh, I'm losing things. Oh, it's right here. So let's add some foam tape behind that big snowflake. Because this one I want to have popped up again, because this has the sentiment, which I think is a lot of fun. But we're not going to stamp the sentiment in the center of this, although we did on that other card. I actually have this down here. This one I am going to trim off the overhang, where the other one I did not, but this one I think I'm going to adhere that here. So I'm going to ask my husband to start collecting names for the drawing. So I'm going to ask my husband to start collecting names for the drawing. And let's go this way. Let me scooch this one over. And I'm hoping this is going to stick because it's pretty wet still. Okay, I used to have such a hard time putting images on that I knew I was going to trim off. It used to give me such anxiety. Partly I think because, you know, you spend so much time doing an image, especially when I do scene cards. I make my little critters and images go off the edge all the time and I have to trim it off, and it used to give me such anxiety, but now I'm like, it doesn't really bother me anymore at all. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am also going to add foam tape behind this sentiment because we've already had this discussion. But I think that will be fun popped up on the already popped up snowflake. Now, do you guys think that we should add any red to this whatsoever, or should we just keep it with this green, white, and gold look? It's kind of bent up there. Oh, that is stunning. So we can do, I'm not going to do it, oh, where'd it go? We could do the same thing to that red background that we made earlier. Do the same type of thing with the gold snowflakes, or even the white on white snowflakes would be just as pretty, but we're not going to do this because it's late, but you guys have the right idea. Color palette, no red. Okay, let me bring in some gold drops because I feel like we need a little something going on. So I'm going to bring in the pale gold Nouveau Crystal drops, and I'm just going to add a few drops on the background because I feel like I need something like that. So not on the snowflakes, but kind of around. This green background I think is actually my favorite out of the mica stained backgrounds. I think this is my favorite actually. What is your favorite? We had that blue one that I did ahead of time off camera. We have the red one that we did, and then this green one. What do you guys think? Keep it golden, yes. I love adding little dots like this. Okay. Yvonne likes the red one the best. I'm sorry that I didn't make a background with it. Oh my gosh, Sally says her dogs growl whenever my bird chirps, and she chirps a lot. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Eva says this is definitely her favorite too. Okay, so that one is done. I just can't even get over how simple. Look at how gorgeous that is. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so there's that one. There's this one that we did. Here is the one that I did off camera with the blues and everything. I think that one is just really, really pretty too. And then this one that we did the ink blending and this, oh my gosh, embossing folder background. These turned out so, so gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna flip you guys around on camera really quick. Hi everybody. Okay, this is what I'm giving away right here. This is what I'm giving away. Again, this is just to US this time. I promise if anyone's watching from not US, I will have a giveaway for you guys and I'll do that another time, but this is just for US right now. So Marcy says you can't go wrong with snowflakes and shimmery glitz. That is the truth. Okay, so I'm gonna ask my husband if he'll come in here. Hey babe, will you come in here and let's draw the winner for this. I'm so excited, you guys. You guys are so much fun and so awesome. Oops, almost closing down my... So hang tight, guys. We are gonna get the drawing here in a second. Oh, hi.
Oh,
my son came in. So Dad, he got every name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm so excited. Should I show my husband's handwriting? This is my husband's handwriting. It's Marcy. Marcy, you won. Yay! Yay for Marcy. Oh, thank you, Marcy. My shark shirt. I did Shark Week in August. Marcy, you won this. So what I'm going to need you to do is email me at createitwithjoy@gmail.com, and you can send me your address and I can send you what you just won. Yay, this is so exciting. I love giving away stuff because I love winning stuff, although I don't really win anything. Marcy says, yeah, I never win anything. Anne says, I'm subscribed to you but never watched before. Thank you for watching, Anne. Congratulations, Marcy. Everyone's saying congratulations, yay. You guys are so much fun. Thank you. I just can't even begin to say how much I appreciate you. This is fun. Again, I will be here every Thursday night, and we'll just have more fun and chatting and laughing. And I just think laughing and crafting is way too much fun. You're so welcome, Marcy. So again, createitwithjoy@gmail.com. So createitwithjoy@gmail.com. Email me and I will get this shipped off to you. I'm so glad you had fun, Marcy. Marisha, you're just so awesome. And girl, we need to craft again together. I don't know how to do it together on YouTube, but maybe we need to figure that out if that's a thing so we can do that. Marisha and she has the card swap. If you guys have not seen that, we did that together. She also does other crafting with other crafters on Instagram, and she is an absolute doll, you guys. She is so much fun. So I had fun with her. Okay, Sally, yes. I will see you guys next Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I have no idea what I'm going to make next week. I'm sure I'll come up with something. And if you guys ever have ideas or you want to see something, let me know. And if I feel like I can handle it, then I will absolutely do it. So thank you guys again. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful, safe, fun weekend. And again, I'll see you next Thursday. Bye, guys.